Hello, Talk Funders. And here we are for a Talk Funding Backstory with Rajiv from Palm Energy Systems. And really, Rajiv, I really just want to carry on our excellent series of interviews, which I've really enjoyed regarding your creative energy, solar energy network, and the product that you're creating, the Palm E. It really is so fascinating. And again, Talk Funders and We Funders, if you go through the We Funder page, you'll see in the highlights, it picks out a number of really great pieces, such as you'll get a really good return on investment. It's a payback over 46 years at a return of investment of 240%. And it really is, it's got a great joint venture with Liberty Access Technologies. So this really is a wave of the future product and this Palm E device. But really one thing that did come up in the highlight is the 125 years of combined personal experience. And I'd just really like Rajiv to really talk through the members of the team, which are on the WeFunder page. So there's yourself, Rajiv, there's Francois and Chris. Maybe we could just talk you through about all that 125 years of experience, first of all.
Yeah, we've got a great team, and it's got a combined professional experience of 125 years. Each of us have significant experience in our own respective fields. Before starting Palm Energy Systems, I was an architect for 30 years, and I have a history of being very close to sustainable design, building sustainable buildings for different purposes, ranging from budgets of 8 million to 80 million. Integrating green technologies. So that's where I come from. And in 2016, I got this sudden brainwave that solar technologies were not what they need to be. And I switched and I founded Palm Energy Systems, which explores redesigning and re-envisioning solar energy systems that live, work, and play with us. Francois Mahou is a product designer who's also been very close to sustainable design. His focus has been on designing products that generate clean energy, are sustainably responsible, and very innovative work. Chris Outwater is the CEO of Liberty Access Technologies. He's our energy and electric vehicles advisor. Years of experience. He's an accomplished entrepreneur and inventor. We have Samir Verma, who also has been a serial entrepreneur and inventor, has years of experience. Jay Kaysen is an experienced patent attorney. He's our advisor, intellectual property and legal affairs, and he's been involved with several startups through his career, some of them very successful. And we have Tom Blinton, who's an investment banker who's got years of experience. He's CEO of Panamex Capital. He's helping us to raise funds and to fine-tune our financial sort of journey. And recently, we've taken on a marketing associate, Brendan Boyd, who joined us very recently. He's going to lead our social media activities.
Well, in terms of social media activities, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to Alan from Talk Funding today. I really appreciate it, Rajiv. I know you're very busy. I just thought it was interesting that I love the backstory about how you developed the product. So it's like, you've developed this over 2016. So it's like a 5-year timeline in terms of really pushing to really hone down on the actual product design with Francois, etc., and then bringing that experience of Chris in regarding the electricity market, etc., and again all the other team members who are bringing their own different skill sets into the team that have brought Palm E to where it is today and to this point of your live campaign on WeFunder. Absolutely fantastic. We've covered quite a lot of the actual design and etc. in the deep dive. I'd just like to look at moving on from looking at the team, and we've discussed the product, really looking at the market potential of how you see it. I mean, part of the market size, the market canvas of how you see Palm systems fitting in to the idea of a solar energy network moving forward.
Our market comprises of three categories, really. It's not just one category. And the three categories are community solar, EV charging, and solar means business, that is corporate solar. Solar means business is a group of companies that come under the Solar Energy Industries Association, which comprises responsible corporate entities such as Amazon, Google, and they have a long list of membership. And these companies are already very, very sensitive about their carbon offset situation, and they've already made pledges. So our market categories basically consist of these three broad categories, which are today valued at approximately $8 billion and are estimated to grow to $130 billion by 2025. So that's the market that we are addressing, really speaking. Within the renewable energy industry, we are looking at a growth of 8 billion to 130 billion market size, and within that, we would participate.
Fantastic. And really, for like pilot projects, is there any sort of sweet sort of pilot projects that, yeah, I know I just should mention from the other interviews you're doing, like in terms of your own product development, you're working with Lucid in Barcelona, who are going to be building the prototypes or building the main features as well. And there's two different stages in the prototypes, which are rolling out after this wee funder in a third to 6 months. So really say in 12 months time, whenever you're actually bringing them over to the States, is there any like sweet locations would you, or sweet pilot projects would you like to really showcase Palm? Is there any ideal situations or locations you'd like to be in?
I'm not certain about the exact locations at the moment, but I can certainly say with conviction that our first pilots would be with Liberty Access Technologies, as part of the joint venture, because that's what we are really targeting all our efforts towards, to bring out this green EV charging solution, which can be installed or deployed in an urban area or in a remote area without any trouble at all. So I would probably see the first installations somewhere in the Sun Belt, probably closer to California, because that's where Liberty is located. But whether it's in the city or whether it's out of the city is something which will finalize over the next couple of months. Yes.
And just giving a nod to the deep dive, and I like to recommend people to go and look at the deep dive. So in my total layman's question here is like, with one Palm device, which is 10 meters tall, and the different petals come out of that. I've forgotten how many petals there were, but it's just like the botanical. I just love the botanical background to Palm. If you have one in situ, say in California, will that obviously be power? What would that power? Would that power and constantly power an electric vehicle that would say pull up to be charged? There would it would have the capacity to do one at a time or two at a time or whatever.
One Palm device can generate enough power to sustain 3 to 4 US homes for the year.
Okay.
It's approximately 60 kilowatt hours per day. So it could either power 3 to 4 US homes, depending on how much power they use, or it could power 2 US homes and the electric vehicles owned by those homes, or it could power electric vehicles per day to travel about 285 kilometers. So, that's the kind of power that each Palm generates. They're very powerful. The installed power is 10 kilowatts, and one Palm device in San Diego, California generates 27,690 kilowatt hours per year, which is enough to power 3 to 4 US homes.
Fantastic. Okay, that's good to know. So again, just in one sense to wrap up, I'd really like to thank you, Rajiv here. And I'd just like to sort of summarize that where you're at. So once the WeFunder finishes, then you've got your product development partner, which is Lucid Technologies, I think it's called, or Lucid Pro, based in Barcelona. They're going to be developing the 2 different prototypes, the initial smaller prototype and then into the full scale prototype. That'll be brought over to the States. You'll be installing within the next year or so. That'll be your full roadmap implemented. Isn't that correct?
That's right. That's absolutely correct.
And it's really good. You'll be able to work through in this all the way through the situation that we find ourselves for the last 18 months. You've kept going. That is, in one sense, another really great strength of your team. You've kept going, kept the heads up, and just you're so future focused and solution focused, which is very, very commendable, my friend. So I really, really thank you, Rajiv, from Palm Energy Systems. I really sincerely enjoyed going through these different sets of interviews with you. So really like to thank Rajiv from Palm Energy Systems. All the links to their excellent WeFunder campaign will be in the video description below. And I really thank you so much on behalf of humankind and the planet for helping create innovative solar energy networks where we live, work, and play. So thank you so much, my friend. Bye now.
Thank you very much, Alan. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Cheers, mate. Bye.